morning. This is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer with TCTV. It's time now for the Main Street Report, and with me this morning, Katherine Hayes, our Director of Main Street, and also celebrating her one-year anniversary last week with the City of Troy.
Yes, it has been crazy. I mean, I can't believe a year ago I came to Troy Main Street and started in this position. Some days it feels like a lot longer, and some days it feels like it was just yesterday.
I know how those days go.
Right? I know. So, yeah, I mean, I still can't believe it. But we, I think, have come so far in this last year. I think there's been a lot of change with both downtown and Troy Main Street. I think we're just kind of finding our groove. You know, I feel like the first year is a big learning process. You know, you're learning the town, you're learning who the stakeholders are, you're getting to know the businesses and figuring out kind of what makes them tick. And the second year is where you can really use a lot of that information and just really
kind of a fact-finding the first year, and now
trial and error.
And now it's taken everything that you've learned and as you learn it, like everything else in life, and then you apply it back.
Exactly.
All right. What? Okay, I have to ask. What's your favorite thing?
Oh my God.
If you had to pick out one thing, is it that you can slide down from your office and get some Winans chocolate?
Oh yeah. Man, that's tough.
I know there's so many things that I love. I can't narrow it down myself to one.
I think what I love is that you can truly find almost anything you want downtown.
Yes.
Having lived right downtown too, you know, you slowly start to get in this mindset of, okay, I need something for my apartment, like furniture, and you're like, oh, well, I can just go to Three Root Sisters or Prim and Proper or David Fair on the Square, or if I need a couch, I could go to Home Comfort Gallery. You start to get in that mindset of, I can find it downtown.
And of course, dinner.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That is also very dangerous. So, my boyfriend and I are huge foodies, so we are eating out all the time in downtown Troy and never had a bad meal. So, but yeah, I think it's just starting to learn that we really have very unique businesses downtown. And you can just find those special little items to make your home unique, to, you know, give great gifts to people and that kind of stuff.
It's what I remember a downtown being when I was younger.
Exactly.
When I grew up in downtown Troy. You know, everything was downtown.
Right.
And it's so cool that it's come full circle again, and here it has returned.
Right. Well, and I think a good story to kind of illustrate that was I was over at the Troy Foundation one day dropping off a grant or some application or something, and I was talking to Beth Alexander, who works over there, and she said, Katherine, I'm getting ready to visit some family and I want to take them a basket of local goods, and obviously I know like wine and coffee, but what else could I take them? And I was like, well, you know, and we started to make the list of, well, bakehouse breads, you know, you could get some of the soap, you know, you could go and get coffee and chocolate and, you know, meat from the Troy Meat Shop if that's something they're interested in. I mean, you start to go down the list, and it's kind of like, wow, you could actually put together a really nice, big local basket.
You could do all of your shopping and everything in downtown Troy.
Right. I mean, you could get the olive oils. You know, every year Debbie Char puts together
the delis.
Mix and match. Yeah, you could get deli. I mean, she does her little mix and match baskets where you can pull together some of the bulk goods into a really nice little serving platter. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do.
A few streets off downtown, you've got your fresh meat market.
Exactly. So
it's all here.
It's just the fresh produce. And that you can get at the farmer's market for at least part of the year. So, but now they're starting the night market.
That's what I was just going to say. There's the night market at the Rec. So we might have pretty much everything covered down here.
I know. It's excellent.
And as we're talking about this, it kind of puts me in light or into thinking of America's best communities.
Yes.
And why, you know, it's easy to tell how we've got involved in that. And hopefully how we're going to win that.
Right.
But the America's Best Community, the center, Community Connection Center, is open in the old David Shoe store downtown, as I'll forever remember that being called.
Oh, yes. I know. Every single time I send an email about that, I have to be like, a.k.a. David Shoe Building, a.k.a. the Lip Building, a.k.a. because people know by so many different names. But yeah, Troy Main Street is playing a small part in that grant process. I sit on the steering committee, and also kind of Troy Main Street is co-heading one of the committees with Jim Dando over at the city, focused on downtown and the riverfront development. And so as a steering committee, we kind of decided, you know what, a huge piece of this is public engagement. We're really looking to make some true, meaningful, sustainable change in the community to take us from we're already great to even better. I guess the best, right?
Well, you're looking for people's input.
Exactly. And so the Leadership Troy class is running their survey out of there. So it's a great opportunity to provide feedback about the community, what you'd like to see, what you love, how we could improve. And so the whole point of that was it's so visible.
Yes.
So they filled up the windows with kind of the different initiatives as part of that process. I know we're looking at setting some consistent hours so people can just stop by and figure out what's going on. There's some great displays in there from local businesses. I know Winans has a really great display in there. I believe ConAgra has a great display in there. So it's just kind of a neat little place that's, I almost want to say it's a growing need in the community. Could be a great central point for communication of what is going on in the community, and again, celebrating all of the great things that we have. But it is kind of becoming a little bit of a think tank too. I think with the steering committee, you see a very diverse group of people, and you kind of see us all coming out of our comfort zones and learning about how we can actually connect to one another, and taking ourselves out of our traditional roles. So that is open. I know they've been trying to tie it into some of the events that you can stop in there. Again, they have the initiatives in the windows so you can learn kind of what's going on and what our focus is in the project. But it's really neat to play a part in it because as we kind of continue down the path, the whole theme is a connected community. And, that takes you to so many different places. My committee specifically with Jim Dando in looking at the riverfront downtown, we're thinking, how can we be geographically and physically connected? So take a lot of the amazing things Troy has, but create actual physical connections between them to create a sense of place. Melissa Kleps is kind of leading the leadership team of how can you connect human talent and the leadership aspects of the community and create like a diverse population and key all those people in together. We're also looking at infrastructure and technology of how can you, obviously you have to have a place to house everything, and we need to make sure that they're up to date.
Right.
And then also looking at kind of a community platform of how can we actually share the amenities with people that are coming to Troy, that live in Troy, and kind of, I guess virtually connect people to what's actually happening in the community.
It's great that people actually have the ability to go down and share their ideas.
Yeah.
And be a part of where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right. Something else that's going on down that direction in town. Yeah, it is a busy street. A little bit of noise out there that kind of reminds us that it is going on. And that is the streetscape that's going on down towards the railroad tracks. But while it is an inconvenience, all those businesses are still open.
They are, and I actually think they've been doing okay. We haven't heard a ton of complaints out of it. I know I've been shopping down there, and yeah, you kind of have to watch your feet, navigate over some of the gravel, but they're open. Still the great stores down there, while it's a little messy while it's happening, it's just going to be amazing. It's going to enhance that area of the community so much. So it's going to look great, absolutely great when it's finished.
That's just it. It's the payoff in the end. It's going to be that convenience.
Right.
And it all being a part of the downtown.
Exactly.
And not only being a part of the downtown, it's going to look it too.
Well, and I think the good thing is, and I don't know if a lot of people know this about that streetscape, is it's almost a little bit of a test run. They're going to be changing a couple of things to make the streets safer. You always hear me talk about walkability, to enhance the walkability, but make it safer for both pedestrians and cars. We all get scared about the angled parking every now and then when you come on that big truck. So stay tuned. You're going to see some of those changes on the street, and it's going to be a test run to see, that we might implement in the other quadrants that we can actually make our streets safer. So
perfect. Gotta love that. Yeah. When you're driving in the 2 lanes of traffic downtown and you realize somebody parked something that looks like a combine and it's out into the lane,
right?
Which is no.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You cause an accident, you get a ticket.
I see people drive down the middle of the street all the time, and it's kind of like, well,
that's
not exactly safe either.
I'm always checking my mirror when I'm headed down, and you go a little bit to the left to make sure that you're clear.
Exactly.
So, okay, look forward to see some of these new safety improvements.
Absolutely.
With that in mind. Now, it was just the other week you had a shop hop.
Yes. We have 2 more left this year. So again, the Shop Hop is our extended retail hours on the last Friday of every month. So I think we're starting to get that momentum. Again, this was kind of, David Fair really pushed this forward this year. He sits on our marketing committee and our board of directors with Troy Main Street, and his whole concept was we need to get people back into the mindset of you don't have to close your doors at 5 or 6 o'clock, but we can start to change the mindset. Stay open a little bit later so you really get that going out to dinner and that shopping and dining feel.
There are so many things that happen in downtown.
Right.
It's great that the businesses can take advantage of having the crowds down here.
Exactly, and I think obviously Friday night is one of the most popular nights to go out to dinner, so you're not missing out on that crowd that's coming downtown naturally to take advantage of the great restaurants. The shops are also participating in that. So I think, we see more and more people coming out every week. Now we'll see how it's impacted by a home football game. We haven't seen that yet.
Oh, that's right, because the one correlates with the Troy-Piqua game.
The next one is the Troy-Piqua game, but come out in downtown. We will be open before the game. All the shops will be open, so shop out in your Troy gear, support the team. Maybe
something special planned for that Shop Hop?
Maybe.
A little something in the works?
We were just talking in the office of how we can make that a little extra special, so stay tuned.
Maybe some tailgating would be in order.
Oh, maybe. Great idea.
So keep it tuned and your ear to the ground so you know what's going on. It'll be something great that Main Street comes up with.
Oh, yeah.
For,
we always like to have fun, right?
The Troy-Piqua game. Now, Hometown Halloween is actually the next kind of biggie downtown.
Right, exactly. So that will begin, what is that, the 24th?
Yes.
So the kids will gather at 9 o'clock down at the Hobart Government Center, as they always do, and the Troy Dune Optimists will lead a parade down West Main Street, and it'll kind of all culminate at Prouty Plaza and the Northwest Quadrant, where they'll do the costume judging contest. We have seen some really great costumes. I'm excited to see what people come up with this year, and they'll award those prizes, and then the merchants will be open for trick-or-treating from 10:30 to noon. Okay,
it's on the 24th or 29th?
This is the 24th.
Oh, trick-or-treating for the city of Troy is the 29th.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, that's
so
the late night.
Okay,
right. This is the merchants on the 24th.
This is the merchants on the 24th for the downtown Halloween.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And then actual trick-or-treat night is the 29th for the city of Troy.
Yes, it is.
Okay. We'll have that cleared up for everyone.
All right, sounds good.
And then you have the next big thing would be the Merchants Open House.
Yes.
As we get closer to that time of year that's a little bit colder.
I was going to say, dare we say it out loud, Christmas shopping?
Yes. But it is just around the bend.
Yeah, and we have some great things planned for that this year. Some of the merchants came and asked Troy Main Street just to help in a little extra programming this year. So it still is very much led by the downtown merchants, but we'll be helping out a little bit. We are going to do a holiday window decorating contest, which will be kicked off at the Merchant Open House, and voting will close the grand illumination. So be looking at the storefronts to see what creative things they come up with. The theme is pick your favorite holiday movie. So we'll see how many of those leg lamps go up.
That's what the first thing in my head was, how many leg lamps could there be
out in the world? We'll find out.
And then grand illumination then is
November 27th.
Wow.
I know.
It's all coming up so fast.
It is.
But lots of great things downtown Troy.
I know. That never stops in downtown Troy.
Folks, make sure you get over to the America's Best Community Connection Center.
Yes.
And fill out the survey.
Exactly.
And take a look at the displays they have in there, too.
Yeah, there's some great maps. We'll be filling it up with more visuals, and we just love to know what your input is.
And as well, head to East Main Street, do a little shopping.
Oh, yeah.
And check out what they're doing to the streetscape down there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Catherine. Anything else you'd like to add this morning?
I think that's it.
We did a lot this morning.
I know. We covered a lot of ground.
Well, once again, hey, congratulations on your first year.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. This has been the Main Street Report with Katherine Hayes. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.